Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have a right to be stupid, and we have also the right to express our stupidity so others can, see it, laugh, or maybe take us seriously. The problem is when you have power and you're stupid. Now, that's dangerous. And when you have power and you're stupid and you're taken seriously. Now that's a big problem. So we have a case here of a former guy in big power who I think he is creating panic. And I wonder if that would fall under the, freedom of speech, the First Amendment. You can't say, hey, it's fire. It's a fire in the theater. That's the example they always give you. Yeah, you have limited freedom of speech. You can't yell fire in a theater. No. And you're like, okay, where else? What else? Can you say the example, China is the aggressor and violated our territory, so we have to react? Get ready? Is that like fire, or is more than fire? This is basically what this guy is saying, and it's not the flying guy here. So this comes from Fox News, and it's from today, the February the 12th, 2023. And it says, former Army Secretary, so he's a stupid with power, used to be, urges U.S. to wake up, U.S. meaning all of us, and prepare for the worst against Chinese aggression. Okay, what could be the worst from China? Nuclear weapons, right? So prepare for the worst. That's the worst that could happen. So I'm gonna against Chinese aggression. So China already aggressed us. What do you do with someone who aggressed you? You react and fight aggression, correct? Correct, and you try to win the war, the scuffle. Here, the Chinese aggression is not a verbal aggression, mind you. So prepare for nuclear war against Russia's physical aggression. That's going to come out with nuclear weapons, it seems like. Is that covered under the Second Amendment, First Amendment? I wonder. I mean, if I go and say something here on YouTube or make a fool of myself saying something stupid somewhere, there are consequences. This guy is at Fox News. Former Army Secretary Patrick Murphy is sounding the alarm. That's already giving the guy credibility for his idiotic claim. Sounding the alarm. So that he's taken seriously, the guy, on China's increased military aggression. So it's a military aggression. What do you do with the military aggression? Let me see. Maybe I can find a definition of military aggression. So I came and I got a definition of aggression, military aggression, war aggression from the BBC. Ethics. Must be true. All recognized, approved, everything you want, so nobody can say I'm using bad sources, okay? I mean, they can anyway. They can whatever they want. So BBC, British broadcaster company, whatever, right? Ethics guide, right? We got it from them. Who is the aggressor? The aggressor is the country that starts the war, but the United Nations definition defines the aggressor more narrowly as the country that first uses armed force. Okay, who is the aggressor? Here it is. The definition poses a problem when one country takes aggressive action against another without using military force. If the victim country, United States, uses military force in response, it appears to be the aggressor, and so to be in the wrong according to international law, but morally it may be in the right. So, let's go back to my beautiful article here, okay? So we identify what aggression is. So those balloons were aggression. So we are, and it says here, former blah 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 is sounding the alarm on Chinese increased military aggression. That means is more and more. It's more than aggression. It has levels already. It's not like I poke you or I stick my finger in your ass or something like this, or flicker your nose or with balls. No, right now I'm really getting things escalated. That was led to an inevitable breach of U.S. sovereignty pressing Americans, which is me and you and everybody that this guy's trying to influence, to understand that, and I'm quoting, we're the underdog here. That means we have to pump the military-industrial complex a few more billions. His comments came Sunday. By the way, he's a Democrat. Surprise, surprise. After the Pentagon released a statement Saturday revealing that the U.S. military shot down a third high-altitude airborne object over northern Canada. And the fourth one was shot today over Lake Huron in Michigan. And this is like an octagonal or sextagonal or sex or whatever, hexagon or whatever different kind. It was whatever object. Now they talk about aliens and bullshit. Now, Patrick Murphy, and I'm quoting, so when we shot that one down, it was over Canadian airspace. Yeah, okay. You know that. It was an aircraft, American fighter jet F-22. But I think we're sending the message of what would happen, in Ukraine, obviously. Obviously, we had this incredible coalition of willing, right? As you know, yeah, we know all about it. Pushing back on the Russian invasion and aggression unprovoked. Come on, say that. And I think it's sending a message, hopefully sending the right message to China, that the world will rally around us if they keep messing around it. This is the delusional guy, but he's dangerous. What people need to understand is our great country is, in our great country, which is we, the idiots, is that we're the underdog here. No, we're not. I look at $840 billion at our budget, defense budget, and I look at this guy. And I look at the Chinese, which I think is 280 billion. So no, we're not the underdog whatsoever against anyone. What are you talking about? He says, we are a third of their size in number, but not in military. It's like there are 10 people with knives and you're 5 people with AK-47 with bullets in your little magazines. All right, so no, let's put it 10 versus, let's say 3, because we're a third. So let's say those 10 have knives or rocks, and we have 3 with automatic weapons armed with magazines. Who's gonna win, you idiot? And he was in the army, by the way, this guy Patrick Murphy. I checked him out. He's just he's decorated for, I don't know, using the right restroom, I guess. Yeah, we're third of their side, and I'm not just talking about geographical and population. What are you talking about? Nuclear weapons, airplanes, what the hell? And we're smarter, you know that. I mean, come on, and better. We are Americans, man. Listen, America, at our best, is the reluctant warrior, but we're a warrior. But how come we are the underdog with $840 or $850 billion in defense versus those guys with have what, a third? Not even a third of our, how come? Are they more efficient? Are they smarter? They eat less? Where is that money going to? Our money, our taxes, and we know where. In Ukraine right now. And we need to make sure that when we have less than 1% of the country that's serving, and you only have 26% of the country that can even serve, I wonder why, because of the obesity crisis in America and some other things. I would like to know the other things, but he can't say it. We need to wake up, maybe it's a woke up, understanding that we have a competitor out there in China that thinks that they're the preeminent power in the world. Oh, they can't? We have to be the preeminent power in the world, so we can kick anybody in the teeth? That's right. And that's good, right? It's good to be the boss and boss everybody around. Good or bad for everybody else. Who cares? You got the power, you do whatever you want. We don't want any unnecessary wars. What are you talking about? We have to always prepare for the worst. That's true. That's true. Now this guy, man, he's a beauty. He's a beauty. So much to unpack on that one, and he's taken seriously. So we should get ready for the worst because China is the aggressor. Well, why don't you counterattack? Why don't you respond in kind for the worst? That's dangerous talk. Now, I'm not saying US should not be prepared. No. In order to have peace, you have to arm yourself. That's how it is. These guys with idiots, but somehow that doesn't work with people. We can't. We try to be disarmed because why? Cannot protect myself or something. Anyway, it doesn't work this way. So anyway, what we have here is this guy who alarms us. If we are so depleted, I would like to know where is that $840 billion going to? To all those 750 military bases around the world? Why is it going over there? Because we're not an imperialistic power or country. We're good people. Russians are the imperialistic ones. Can you see what happens in Ukraine? They attacked Ukraine. Unprovoked, like wild beasts, right? And they do everything that the Nazis did. They rape, kill, attack civilians, do all that thing, and to the maximum. They, you know what I mean? They will not say that they are worse than the Nazis because of other implications and other groups and other people that will like, hey, you can't say that because... Anyway, that's for a different time when we can speak freely, not nowadays. And you keep guys, some of you guys keep talking about, oh, why don't you go on different platforms? I don't think so. You go on different platforms, and again, you're gonna, yeah, maybe you can say a little bit more here. I've been on other platforms and I listen to what other people say over there. Indeed, they have more that on that, but a conversation we can have face to face without the phones or technology around us, somewhere walking in the park. Yeah, we can talk and I will tell you all about it. But as of now, no. We are more than you and I here on this right now, and more than you, I, and YouTube, and you know that. Oh, no, it's okay. Or you and I and Reddit or other platforms, okay? So anyway, this guy, I think, is thinking way ahead of what's going on. You should be prepared, and if he considers those balloons aggression, then I think that the U.S. presence in China Sea, as we speak right now, practicing attack, offensive operation and attack, hit operations, something, they don't call them that way, they call them strike operations, something like this, in the South China Sea. Go and look over this and find out where South China Sea is right here by California, about what, 7,000 miles, a little bit to the west or so, more than 7,000, but anyway. So, take it easy, guy. You're just making something bigger than it is. I'm not saying you should not arm. We should arm, yeah, but it seems like we're not arming ourselves. It's just that we have a bureaucracy. That's what I think. I think we have a big bureaucracy, and we sell weapons to other countries, and every 5 years we just throw those weapons away because they're old, and these guys provide new ones and provide. This is our manufacturing jobs that we have. And instead you have a lot of people stationed in different locations, secretaries, people who give you food, people who drive trucks, people who go and do all kind of trainings and all that. And you keep them over there in case. But hey, I guess that being the good and the defender of what's right, then I think you have to sacrifice here and there. So yeah, you can't let it grow. I'm talking about China, right? I mean, it can be only one. Remember that Highlander, 1986 or whatever it was, with Christopher Lambert? Only one. Okay, it's the same here. It can be only one. United States, or if not, it's Russia. If not, it's China. But someone must be the only one. But somehow we love democracy. Isn't that strange? That we here in America, we love democracy, supposedly, all these weasels. But on the planetary thing, we don't love democracy. We love, not even oligarchy. We like tyranny. That's what we like. Did you hear the guy? We can't let them be the boss. What are you talking about? We say, wait a minute, we have here a president. Well, you have a president to a certain extent, but the president is elected. Whereas in the world, you have United Nations, right? But not even that. You have who's got this bigger or those bigger. Dangerous talk, right there. Well, he has the right to do it. The problem is, you see how it works. You're stupid, you had power, he's going to be back in power. Why do you think he makes these statements? because he hopes some people, some interest, listen to that, and they will, hey, how are you? You want that? We can do, because you are going to the one who's gonna push my agenda, and I'm gonna push you this way, and other people will push other people. That's how we get over there. How do you think? Is people like me vote for me, Gigi and Mike and Tom? Yeah, right. And I don't need any money, so then nobody's gonna hear from you. They bang, bang, bang. Who that? Who that? And that this works in the will of the people. Money, money, money. Remember ABBA? There you have. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.